To be high status, you must become inaccessible. There's a few different ways we can approach this topic. But first off, straight up, think about scarcity. So not only to be perceived as high status, but to actually give yourself the opportunity to become high status, you got to stop letting people have access to you. Stop letting everybody get access to you. And that's especially difficult in a world where social media rules and you're expected to answer the phone every time someone calls. You're expected to answer DMs, or you can't leave anybody on read without them thinking that it's the downfall of your friendship and the end of the world. Like, the way society is set up is everybody's supposed to have access to you. And so if you want to, number one, just immediately improve your status amongst the world, but also most importantly amongst yourself, stop letting people get access to you, because the more available you are, the less special you feel to not only other people, but to yourself. There's a reason why people, when they first start to see success, it comes as a result of them being inaccessible. It comes as a result of them being fully focused on building their business or on creating content and building their platform, whatever it is. And to do that, they had to do what? They had to focus. They had to focus. And when you are naturally prioritizing being on your purpose, when you're naturally prioritizing whatever's in front of you, you start to put everything else on the back burner. You start to put friends on the back burner, meetups on the back burner, nights out on the back burner, and you naturally become inaccessible. You naturally become unavailable. And so this is a 48 laws of power thing as well, but the less you come around and the less you show up, the more power you have, the more magnetic you are. So people start to get comfortable and people start to take you for granted. So it's a double-sided coin, and it works together. When you focus on the work, you naturally become unavailable and inaccessible. Because of that, you're giving yourself more of an opportunity to work, and you're giving yourself more of a chance of becoming successful because you're prioritizing. And when you become inaccessible, you also become that much more important when you do show up and when you do come around. There is nobody who is high status who is reachable all the time by everyone. This isn't to say cut everybody off, although you should always be willing to. But this is to say that you should have your board of directors in life, whether that's your parents, siblings, uncle, trusted advisor, whatever it is. And outside of those people, you should make it very clear, whether through your words or through your energy, that you're just not available. The only things you should be available for right now, especially if you are on the road to getting money, is the work in front of you and for yourself. Between 18 and 25, 18 and 28, now is the only time where you will ever get to be this selfish, especially if you don't have kids. Now is the only time in your life where you will get to be this selfish, this focused on just you and on just the work that you have to do. Now, a big issue that I'm seeing, especially amongst young men, is they have a real difficulty spending time with themselves. They have a real difficulty spending time in their own presence. Part of that is because we are being force-fed all this dopamine. We're being force-fed into the comments. We're being dragged into these different algorithms where we have to mingle with people that we don't even know. And when we're by ourselves, most people are just glued to their phone, so they're not really in this world, they're in the digital world. And so young men have a real hard time spending time with themselves. And so as much as they need to become more inaccessible, they can't, because they always need to be around people. And that doesn't do well when it comes to upgrading your status. Status matters. Like, I know this might be vanity for a lot of people, this subject matter, but if you're in North America, Europe, status matters. Status matters everywhere, but status matters especially in North America. Looks matter, status matters. That's why all this stuff is important. And I'm going to continue to talk about this stuff. My life changed. Let me start by saying this. The block button is there. use it. And the block list has infinite space. Use it. Do whatever you have to do to just separate yourself and give yourself a fighting chance at being successful. And that starts with separating yourself from people and becoming unavailable, becoming inaccessible. My life changed when I separated myself from everybody, like almost overnight. When I stopped hanging around with losers and when I stopped giving all my time away. And I'll say that, stop giving all your time away. So many of us are so okay with giving our time away to everybody else but ourselves. And then when it's time to work on your dream or work on yourself, you have no more energy left because people took it all. Not that they took it all, you gave it all away. And that's a big problem with people pleasers. I was a long time people pleaser. I'm a recovering people pleaser. But I'll tell you this, people can handle it. People can handle you saying no. People can handle you blocking them. People can handle you not picking up their calls. People can handle you saying, you know what, I gotta go. Can we talk later? Or can I call you back later? Like, people can handle that. People can handle you not being available. People can handle you not being able to run this errand on their behalf. People can handle you not being able to do that favor for them. The faster you can learn to say, no, I'm not available, or no, I can't do it, or no, I can't help you out, or no, I don't have money to lend you, or whatever it is, the faster you can do that, the faster you begin to retake control of your life. You'd be surprised as how quickly you can change when you start becoming inaccessible. You'd be surprised as to how quickly your life can change when you start becoming unavailable. Because now you have you back, and you have time for you. Most people don't give themselves a fighting chance at being successful because they keep giving up all their time away to everybody else. And it's just not fair. And so what I would say is start by, you'll realize how little you need people once you start spending more time in your own company. You'll realize that all this stuff was a facade. All those social settings and friends will very soon start to dissipate once you become unavailable, and you'll realize that, it was just a social addiction. We weren't actually close like that, especially with old friends. Old friends you met because you grew up together, but if you met each other on the street for the first time, you probably wouldn't be friends. So think about it. Who are you giving your time away to? You should think about that. Who are you giving your time away to? And then figure out if these people are actually getting you closer to your dream or not, or helping you build your desired reality or not. Because if they're not, then I'm sorry, they gotta go. They gotta be put on the back burner for sure. I have this thing where I don't answer DMs. I follow 3 or 4 or 5 people on Instagram, but apart from that, I don't check DMs. I don't answer DMs. You know, if I gotta hit someone up, it's a quick text or a quick phone call to get the job done. But other than that, nah, man, because you got work to do. You got work to do. And you can't act like you have all the time in the world, because you don't. You don't get this time back. That's a concept that doesn't sink in until you age and you get older. You can kind of tell who's going to be successful, or how successful it is, or you can tell how successful someone is or how successful they're going to be by how they manage their time. Because we manage our time and our money in the same way. If you are loose with your time, chances are you're loose with your money, either in getting it or in saving and investing it. If you're loose with your money, you're probably loose with your time, unless you're filthy rich. But if you're filthy rich, I mean, you've bought your time back anyway, so it really still makes sense. Once I started getting real stingy with my time, real strict with my time, real disciplined with my time, the money started coming in. Because obviously every action you are taking, every block of time is dedicated towards making money, getting rich. So how could you not make more money? It only makes sense. It only makes sense. Stop letting people have access to you. Do that and watch how quickly your life changes. You want to be high status? You want to get to the top? You want to be on your way? You want to start seeing results? Stop letting people have access to you. Stop giving up your time. Stop giving your time away. To who? Who do you keep putting in front of you? Who do you keep putting in front of your goals? And is it because it's actually that important, or is that because you are just people pleasing and you're trying to, that's the way you feel like you're going to hold on to a relationship that probably isn't really serving you in the way that you think it is? Some things to think about. I'll stop the video here. Thoughts and questions in the comments. Hit the like button, the thumbs up button. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.